Friends, it's time to get controversial. Let's talk about pairing dessert with wine. Hi everyone, I'm Erin Henderson, founder and the chief sommelier here at the Wine Sisters. Welcome to our YouTube channel where every week we teach you how to eat, drink, and entertain like a pro. Today, we are getting sweet, maybe a bit sassy. We are talking about how to pair sweet foods, aka dessert, with wine. Can it be done? Oh yes, it can, but you need to follow some cardinal rules. Now, first off, let me tell you that back in the day when the Wine Sisters first started, chocolate and wine pairings were all the rage. And these days, if we get those requests, we actively dissuade our clients not to go through with it. Why? Well, look, I loves me some chocolate. I loves me some wine. But the two have got to stop meeting like this. I just don't love them together. But if you're a die-hard sweet and wine person, I'm going to show you how you can make it work to the best of your ability. Now, earlier this morning, I was actually on CTV's Your Morning talking about some fun outdoor Canadiana type snacks, things like s'mores and chocolate-covered pretzels for those outdoor movie nights. You can see that clip right here. But it made me think I should probably share this information with you as well. And this will go for all of your sweet desserts, from the intensely sweet to the just slightly soupçon of sweetness. So the cardinal rule, bar none, is if you're pairing wine, your wine needs to be sweeter than your food. Underscore. Why? If your wine is not sweeter, it's going to leave both just tasting a bit bitter, a bit flat, and totally lackluster. And that's not what you came here for, right? You came here for an experience. At least assuming that's why you're here. And if you're here, it's probably why you're here. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Let's start with the intensely sweet. Let's talk about those, death by chocolate brownies, those chocolate molten lava cakes, those intensely, put you in a diabetic coma, intensely filled with sugar sweetness. Well, guys, here you've got a couple of options, and those will be your dessert wines. Things like ports, sweet sherries, some Madeiras and Marcellas, and certainly ice wine, the Canadian jewel in the wine crown. Here we've got the Stratus Red Ice Wine. This is from Niagara, Ontario, Canada, one of our most popular styles of wine worldwide. Now you can see that ice wine, it's left on the vine until it freezes. Then the frozen berries are picked, usually somewhere between December and January, depending on how warm that vintage is. And then those frozen grapes are crushed, and out comes that single drop of nectar, ergo making an intensely sweet, luscious, and beautiful wine. Here, this is a combination of Cabernet Sauvignon, a little bit of Petit Verdot, some Cabernet Franc. This is going to be dynamite with those intensely chocolate desserts. Now, let's say that you have something that's sweet, but not over the top, not something that gives you an immediate cavity. You could also consider a Moscato. This is going to be usually a sparkling wine from the Italian region of Piemonte. We also have a couple of different variations. You can get them from California and all over the place. The one that I'm showcasing here today, this is the Nova 7. This is out of Nova Scotia, which is also in Canada, of course. And this has a bunch of different grapes, including the Muscat grape. And you can see here we've got a lovely pink. It's very peachy, it's very grapey. This goes really nicely with those things that you might want to have a little bit of salt with, because it's a perfect brunch wine as well. So think about things like chocolate-covered pretzels sprinkled with sea salt. Or let's say that you have some kind of raspberry flan or black forest cake that has a mixture of fruit and cream and chocolate. Sweet, but not intensely so. A Moscato is a really nice option for that. Now, if you have something that's going to be much lighter on the sweetness scale, let's think European cheesecakes, panna cottas, even a fruit salad. Well, in that case, you might want to opt for a Riesling. Oh, again, I'm sticking in Canada. What can I say? I'm a Canadian girl. Gotta represent, right? So again, we're at this one that I pulled out of the cellar. This is a Riesling from Cave Spring. Once again, Niagara, Ontario. Ontario makes spectacular Rieslings, but you can also find some beauties from, of course, Germany. You can get some out of Oregon. You can get them out of Australia. You're not gonna be at a shortage of Riesling anywhere. But look for a Riesling that has a couple more grams of residual sugar. Why? You wanna have, again, that slight sweetness, that soupçon of sweetness to offset the slight sweetness in your dessert. So if you're doing something, like I said, of a fruit salad, a fruit tart, you know, a lighter kind of styled pudding or a panna cotta, this slight sweetness is going to help elevate that. I can hear what you're thinking, guys. You're thinking, but Erin, I really want to pair my table wine, the wine that I've been having with dinner. I don't want to open up a fresh bottle for dessert. I just want to continue enjoying what I had over dinner. Okay, I hear you. This is what you can do. If you are going to move, let's say, from your steak dinner and you're enjoying a beautiful red, you know, your Cabernet, something like that. In this particular case, I've picked out an Amarone, a very rich red wine that is reminiscent to me, that has flavors more of prunes and some, you know, walnut and a little bit more of that fig note. There's a richness here, and even though this is still considered a dry wine, that richness of the fruit is tipping it into the perception of a slightly, I don't want to say it's a sweet wine because it is a dry wine, but it's giving you that perception of a sweetness thanks to all of that dried fruit compote that we have going on in this wine. If you're looking to pair, you're just getting a slice of chocolate cake, whatever, you're getting your dessert, look for wines, your regular table wines that probably you've enjoyed with your richer proteins. So we're talking about riper styled Cabernets, we're talking about these Amarones, we're talking about richer styled fruit forward Shirazes. These will be okay, especially if you have desserts that are going to be on the darker or more bitter chocolate style, or if you have desserts that have a little bit more of that bitter element, things that might have like a candied orange peel, like I said, the dark chocolate, that will be okay. I'm not going to say I'm going to give it a ringing endorsement, but it'll be okay. Anyway, guys, all you need to take away from this is that make sure whenever you're having something sweet, whether it's for dessert or for a snack, you are pairing it with a wine that is sweeter than that actual dessert, and you will be golden. I hope this helped you guys out a lot. If it did, please leave us a review, give us a rating, leave us a comment. Let me know if you have any questions about what to pair with your next dessert, or let me know what your favorite pairing is. I'd love to find out what you're up to. My name's Erin, I'm from the Wine Sisters. Please give us a follow, hit that bell, and we'll see you next week with some more fabulous wine tips. Stay well, everyone. Drink better.